everybody, it's so great to see you again. Look right here at the screen. Are you looking? Are you listening? Are you holding really still? Good. Today's bottom line is be a humble helper. Everybody say, be a humble helper on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Be a humble helper. Awesome job. You know, I know someone who was a great helper. His name is Jesus. Let me tell you a little story about how Jesus saved the day with a very miraculous way. Jesus had just finished gathering his 12 disciples and was just beginning his earthly ministries. His team was complete and ready to go save the world. One of the first stops Jesus made on his journey was a Jewish wedding in a small Galilean village called Cana. What was Jesus doing at a wedding, you ask? He was doing what every good son should do, visiting his mother Mary. Jesus and his crew arrived at the celebration and saw that all was going well. People were celebrating the new marriage and having a great time. Not too long after they arrived, Mary came to Jesus and said, "We have a problem! They've run out of wine for the guests!" I don't know if she said it like that, but it was a very big problem. What was everybody to drink? Mary was probably hoping Jesus would be able to do something to help. Jesus, being a good son that he was, must have read the expression on his mother's face. He replied with as much respect as possible, "Mom, my time has not yet come." For some reason, Jesus did not feel that the time was right for his miraculous power to be revealed to the world yet. We're not sure why. Maybe he didn't want to embarrass the wedding planner. You see, it would have been the wedding planner's fault that he had not ordered enough wine for everybody to drink at the party. It seemed like Mary wasn't giving up easy because she replied to Jesus by addressing the servants. She said, "Do whatever Jesus tells you." Jesus must have decided that he should do at least a little something to help because he gave the servant some instructions. Before we go into how Jesus instructed the servant, we can just pause for a second and notice how cool Jesus is. He's the Son of God. He was about to start this mission to save the world, but he still made time to stop and visit his mom. He didn't just stop to visit her, he was also willing to help her. I'm sure Jesus had a lot on his mind, but he still made time to help his mom. Aww. When she asked for help, he gave it to her. We should all follow Jesus' example and be a humble helper, especially to our moms. Everybody say, be a humble helper on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Be a humble helper. Great job, everybody. Okay, back to the story. Jesus said to the servants, take those 6 big jars and go fill them with water. When they're filled, dip some out and take it to the wedding planner. I bet those servants were thinking, this guy is crazy. Why in the world would we bring a cup of water to the wedding planner who is already stressed out about running out of wine? But the servants did as Jesus requested. When the wedding planner tasted what they brought, his eyes lit up with delight. They brought a filled cup to the wedding planner, and when he tasted it, the water had turned to wine. It's miraculous! Jesus really helped them out. Everybody say, be a humble helper on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Be a humble helper. Great job. The wedding planner called the groom over and said, this is the best wine ever. Usually people serve the best wine first and save the cheap stuff for last. You've saved the best for last. The wedding party continued, and only the servants, Jesus' disciples, and Mary knew what happened. Can you imagine what that would have been like? Seeing water turn to wine? Maybe it looked a little something like this. Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching? Wow, that was awesome. And that was just a silly trick. Jesus does real miracles. You know, Jesus was always looking for opportunities to love and serve others. He could have chosen not to help on the day of that wedding, and it wouldn't have been the end of the world. However, Jesus decided to do a quiet miracle for his mom and the wedding planner. Jesus decided to help out. He didn't help so that everyone would notice him and say, "Look how awesome Jesus is! He saved the day!" Jesus did the miracle to help, love, and serve others. He helped quietly. He was humble about it. He was a humble helper. Let's say the bottom line one last time. Everybody say, "Be a humble helper" on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Be a humble helper. Let's all keep that in mind this week and look for opportunities to help people without seeking a reward or attention for it. Let's follow Jesus' example and be a humble helper. It was so awesome to hang with you today. We'll see you next time.